Picture this. My sister, armed with her culinary courage, decides to whip up a Caribbean feast. A banquet fit for royalty, or at least our humble family. She's got her heart set on the trifecta of island cuisine. Dumplings, red beans and chicken, all prepared island style, of course. The kitchen becomes her stage, and she, the master chef, orchestrating a symphony of flavors and aromas, her excitement almost tangible in the air. The red beans and chicken are her opening act. A culinary sonnet, each bite a verse that sings the praises of the Caribbean. The chicken, marinated to perfection, is a dance of spices on the tongue, while the red beans, simmered lovingly, are a warm, comforting embrace. The stage is set, the anticipation at its peak. We're all waiting for the grand finale, the dumplings. Dumplings, those little morsels of doughy delight, are the real test of a cook's mettle. They're simple, yes, but therein lies the challenge. It's easy to undercook them into chewy lumps or overcook them into starchy stones. But we had faith in our sister. After all, she'd conquered the red beans and chicken with such aplomb. Why would the dumplings be any different? She approaches the task with the same enthusiasm that's been her driving force all evening. The ingredients are assembled, the dough is kneaded, and into the pot they go one by one like little doughy soldiers marching off to war. We watch with bated breath, the air thick with expectation. And then, my friends, she tossed in the dumplings, and that's when all heck broke loose. Bewildered by the pot's defiance, she turns to our mom, the family's culinary oracle. Now, my sister is no stranger to kitchen experiments, but this was something else. The pot, it seemed, was staging a protest, its lid refusing to cooperate. And the cause? A merry band of rebellious dumplings. In the midst of this dumpling saga, my sister, ever the brave culinary adventurer, decides to consult the ultimate kitchen guru, our mum. Her eyes are wide open, a mix of surprise and amusement dancing in them as she takes in the sight of the pot, the dumplings, and my sister's unbothered expression. With all the grace of a seasoned chef, Mum asks, "What in the world did you do to them dumplings?" A question that echoes through the kitchen, bouncing off the walls and settling in our hearts. My sister, quite the storyteller, launches into the tale of her dumpling adventure. She details each step with precision, from the mixing of the dough to the daring addition of baking powder. Mum's reaction is priceless. She erupts, "Did I ever teach you to turn dumplings into mini hot air balloons with baking powder?" And that, my friends, is when the kitchen erupts into a fit of laughter. It's a laughter that echoes through the house, a laughter that says more than words ever could. It's the laughter of culinary mishaps and family moments, of kitchen adventures and stories to be told. The dumplings, those rebellious little delights, had managed to not only take over the pot, but also our hearts. They had transformed from a simple side dish to the main characters in our family saga. And my sister, bless her heart, had given us a story to tell, a memory to cherish. And just like that, we all burst into a sea of laughter. The dumpling saga, a tale of culinary courage and kitchen rebellion, had just begun, and we were all ready to dive in, one dumpling at a time. Meanwhile, the dumplings were staging an uprising of their own in the pot. The seemingly innocent balls of dough had turned into gargantuan beasts, their size blown out of proportion by the rebellious baking powder. Each dumpling was like a culinary rebel, puffed up and ready to take on the world. The pot, once the domain of a harmonious mix of red beans and chicken, was now overrun by these monstrous dumplings. They jostled and jiggled, their bloated bodies fighting for space and refusing to be tamed. The once obedient lid was now a rebel too, refusing to be pressed down onto the pot. It was a sight to behold, this culinary rebellion unfolding right before our eyes. The baking powder, a seemingly harmless ingredient, had transformed our Caribbean feast into a comedy of errors. It had incited the dumplings, turning them into insubordinate soldiers of the culinary world. The dumplings, once small and humble, were now large and in charge, their inflated egos refusing to be squashed. The rebellion wasn't just confined to the pot. It had spread to our bellies too. With each passing second, the rumblings grew louder and louder. It was as if our stomachs were mimicking the chaos in the pot, echoing the rebellion of the dumplings. The symphony of rumblings was a testament to our anticipation, our hunger and our amusement. To avoid our stomachs staging a rebellion of their own, we limited ourselves to just one dumpling each. It was a tough decision to make, but it was necessary. We couldn't risk our bellies joining the uprising, could we? So, with a sigh of resignation and a chuckle of amusement, we each picked up a dumpling. As we bit into the fluffy rebels, we couldn't help but laugh. The dumplings may have staged a rebellion, but they had also given us a memory we would cherish forever. Today, this tale of dumpling rebellion is the shining star of our family story time. Every gathering around the dinner table begins with a hearty chuckle, remembering the great Dumpling Uprising. This once ordinary evening has now become a legendary tale that echoes through the halls of our home, a story passed down with the same fervour as an old family recipe. The saga of the rebellious dumplings, the pot's defiant lid and the baking powder uprising has become a delightful tapestry of memories, woven with laughter, surprise and a dash of culinary courage. Our dining room, once a simple space for meals, is now a stage where the drama of the dumpling rebellion unfolds again and again. Each retelling brings a fresh round of laughter, a new perspective, a different punchline. The story has a life of its own now. It's like a secret ingredient, a dash of humour that adds a unique flavour to every meal. It reminds us that the kitchen is not just a place for cooking, but also for creating memories, for sharing stories, and for turning even the most chaotic moments into timeless tales of joy and togetherness. And the Dumpling Rebellion? Well, it's become the benchmark for all kitchen adventures in our household. Every new recipe, every culinary experiment is measured against the sheer hilarity of that fateful evening. The tale has taught us to embrace the unexpected, to find humour in the mishaps, and to turn every kitchen catastrophe into a recipe for laughter. But the best part of this tale, it's the way it connects us, bringing us together around the dinner table, turning every meal into a celebration of life, laughter and legendary dumplings. So, here's to the kitchen, the birthplace of delicious dishes and delightful stories. Here's to the Dumpling Rebellion, a testament to culinary courage and the power of laughter. And most importantly, here's to you, the heroes of your own kitchen adventures. If you've had your own kitchen adventures, drop them in the comments below. Let's turn kitchen chaos into a shared laugh riot. Share your stories now.